Good morning, children. Now we are going to learn about the electromagnetic radiations and the spectrums. Light rays consist of tiny particles which we are calling them as photons. Each photon, this tiny particle, it carries some quantity of energy, that is what called as quantum. Plural is quanta. So here let us see how the light it is propagating. This is the wave, and we are able to find some ridges and grooves here, and here the uppermost parts we are calling them as crust, and here truss. So wavelength is nothing but two successive crusts. The distance between two successive crusts is called as wavelength. Here also in between these 2 points also we used to get the wavelength. The distance between the center point of this stuff and here, this distance also gives you the wavelength. Next, what is meant by frequency? Here if you take a fixed point, within 1 second how many waves they can able to come across through that point, it is called as its frequency. If the wavelength between these 2 points, if it is greater, very less number of waves only within 1 second they will cross, so the frequency is less. If at all the lambda value is less, or the what we can say that wavelength is less for other waves, then so many waves they can able to come across, then the frequency increases. So here frequency and the wavelength both are inversely proportional to each other. What the electric field and this is what the magnetic field. These two are perpendicular to each other and to the propagation of light. These two are perpendicular to each other to the propagation of light. Now let us discuss about electromagnetic radiation. In this we are able to see here the wavelengths are given here. Wavelength is designated with lambda. Here 400 to 700 nanometers we used to find that visible light. Visible light means it is with 7 colors we are able to find. Next to that red color we are able to find the infrared radiations. Next, microwaves and radio waves. Their wavelength is greater than the violet color. Just before that violet we used to find that UV radiations, ultraviolet rays will be here. Next, X-rays, gamma rays and cosmic rays, they are in the left hand side. So here we are able to find that they are having less wavelength and more frequency. Increasing the frequency in this direction, decreasing the frequency in this direction. Next, increasing the wavelength in this direction and decreasing the wavelength in this direction. This is what the Euler's diagram. We are using this Euler diagram for arrangement of electrons and for writing the electronic configuration of different elements. We can make use of it, and we could also get the information regarding different values here. If the principal quantum number is 1, at that time azimuthal quantum number value is 0. So at that time we are able to find it is having the K shell and it is having only s orbital. If the principal quantum number value is 2, at the time azimuthal quantum number is 1, it is possessed with L shell and it is having s orbital and p orbital. 2 orbitals are lying. When the n value is 3, principal quantum number is 3, at that time L value is 2. Here whenever we are getting that azimuthal quantum number, formula is n minus 1. If n value is 3, minus 1 means at the time azimuthal quantum number is 2. So it is having m shell. So it is having s orbital, p orbital and d orbital. When the principal quantum number value is 4, so n minus 1 means azimuthal quantum number 4 minus 1, we used to get that L value 3. At the time it is having s orbital, p orbital, d orbital and f orbitals. Maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in a shell. For that principal energy shell, it is K shell, L shell, M shell, N shell. K shell will be there when the N value is 1. At that time, how many electrons will be there in the K shell means how many electrons will be accommodated means there is a formula for that 2n square. So here 2 into n value is 1, 1 into 1, then we are able to get that 2. So K shell can accommodate only 2 electrons. Now comes to L shell. Its n value is 2. So 2 into 2 into 2, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. So L shell can accommodate 8 electrons. When it comes to the M shell, n value is 3 means 2 into 3 into 3. So it can accommodate 18 electrons. Now n value, n shell, it is having the principal quantum number, the value is 4. 2 into 4 into 4, 4 4s are 16, 16 2s are 32. So n shell can accommodate 32 electrons. Maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in subshell. For that the formula is 2 into 2l plus 1. 2 into 2l plus 1. Here subshells are S, P, D, F. These 4 are called as orbitals. So S orbital starts from L value is 0. There we are able to find that only one S orbital, if it is there, it can accommodate 2 electrons. 2 electrons. Now let us take P. P orbital. So it is having 3 degenerate orbitals and each degenerate orbital can accommodate 2. That is what, in that way 6 electrons will be accommodated in the P orbital. D orbital, if you take, it is having 5 degenerate orbitals and 5 into 2, we are able to find that total 10 electrons will be accommodated in D orbital. And F orbital, L value is where the L value is 3, azimuthal quantum number is 3. So it is having 7 degenerate orbitals will be there and they can accommodate 14 electrons. 7 2s are 14. Number of subshells present in a principal energy shell. For that here principal quantum number when n value is 1, the energy shell is K shell and the number of subshells are only 1. So K shell can accommodate only 1s orbital only. If we take the n value 2, where the principal energy shell is L shell and the number of subshells are 2, so in that S orbital and P orbitals will be there. S can accommodate 2 electrons and P can accommodate 6 electrons, total 8 electrons it can accommodate. Next, when the n value, principal quantum number is 3, where we can able to find the M shell, and it is having 3 subshells S, P, D. S can accommodate 2 electrons, P can accommodate 6 electrons, D can accommodate 10 electrons. So 2 plus 6, 8, 8 plus 10, total 18 electrons. Next, N value is 4, where the principal energy shell is capital N and the number of subshells are 4. There we are able to find that S orbital, P orbital, D orbital and F orbital. S can accommodate 2 electrons, P can accommodate 6 electrons, D can accommodate 10 electrons, F can accommodate 14 electrons. So total 32 it can accommodate.